I'm Lara Clift and I am the Sales and Rights Director at Sweet Cherry Publishing. We're a children's trade publisher. We focus mainly on sets and series and we specialise in middle grade. The company was incorporated in 2011, but we started exporting mainly in 2013. And it was actually after coming to the London Book Fair and finding out about the TAP funding. We found out there was TAP funding available for Frankfurt, Guadalajara and Shanghai, which we did in 2013. So currently we export to pretty much everywhere. We do more, probably our key markets at the moment is the USA. We've exported a lot to China, South Korea more recently, because I went to the South Korea Book Fair last year using the TAP grant. There's quite a lot of challenging areas to export, and I think the first thing is probably the language barrier. So the Guadalajara Book Fair, it was really hard because I speak Spanish, but I know that other people had a really hard time because about 8 out of 10 of my appointments was actually in Spanish. The language barrier is always hard. China is the same. I was also surprised at the low level of English in China. Another barrier I've had to export has been form filling, which the US, exporting to the USA, there's quite a few like tax forms and things you have to fill out, which can be a little tricky because then there's no equivalent sort of forms that I filled out in the UK. So we've kind of used blogs and actually YouTube videos learning how to fill out the forms. Another issue is the import-export kind of issue in China, and there's about 8 import-export companies, and really knowing how to work with these companies and knowing that you need a relationship also with these companies like you do with your clients. Otherwise, it's kind of impossible to import into China. On our export journey, the Department of Trade has been great. Anya from the DIT in the Midlands comes and visits all the time. My managing director has a niece who started a makeup business, and she's now going to the Middle East to a trade show over there, thanks to Anya. So Anya's been really supportive. Gloria as well from the PA. Gloria's a dream. She's just the best. And I think if Gloria wasn't around, I don't know what I would do. Top tip would be don't be afraid to socialise. Don't be afraid to get to know people, and don't be afraid to ask questions. I think there's definitely some cultures and some places, especially Guadalajara, where socializing is a huge part of making those relationships and building those relationships. And also don't go in with too many expectations, because you never know what's going to come up. And it's been quite a shocking journey in terms of some of the things that I never thought would happen have happened, and other things which I thought were going to happen just never really took off. So we didn't go in with very high expectations or a real solid strategy. We just took everything as it came and went with the flow, really. And I think that's kind of how we've grown. If you're thinking about exporting and getting a TAP grant, I would definitely say do it, because if we can, you can.